Bom dia, o meu nome é Ana Moreira, eu sou médica e hoje venho falar-vos com uma pessoa muito querida, um homem que está do outro lado do mundo, o Amir. O Amir vai fazer ou melhor, eu é que vou fazer uma palestra com ele. Vamos fazer um pequeno direto hoje, num conjunto de vários diretos que temos vindo a fazer em relação ao evento Limitless que o Amir vem fazer em Portugal. O Amir é um coach, está dedicado à melhoria das pessoas de uma forma diferente daquela que eu faço e, portanto, achei que aquilo que ambos fazíamos ou falávamos ou predizíamos para as pessoas era mais ou menos o mesmo e valia a pena então esta parceria que temos os dois. O jovem tem uma história de vida muito interessante, muito rapidamente descobriu a sua função de querer melhorar as pessoas e
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
Bom dia. Bom dia. How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's raining in my city, so
Is it? Yeah.
I think the end is summer. The summer is ending here in Portugal.
We just started spring. Today's the third day of spring.
Okay.
It's also Father's Day. So I just had Father's Day today. Yes.
So
and, I have two
happy
children,
Father's
as you probably
Day
know.
for you.
Thank you. The family made me breakfast this morning, and we went bike riding. It was amazing. Yeah.
Oh, so nice. So since you are sharing something, I think I can also. Today just happened to me the most wicked. How do you say wicked? How do you say when something is very strange? How do you say?
Weird.
Yes, weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm with a little bit of jet lag. Still with a little bit of jet lag.
Yeah.
So I put the clock alarm set last night, but as it was after midnight, I did not realize that it was only going to ring tomorrow morning. So Monday morning. So I woke up 9 minutes before our
Well, I'm glad you made it.
I don't know. My angels just work so good. Or my brain. I don't know which one of them, because And my son went partying last night. So I don't know if it was 4 or 5 o'clock when he said, "Mommy, I'm home," and then I fell asleep, and then okay.
Yeah.
So Amir, let's work now.
Yeah. Well, look, talking about working, I'm really looking forward to working with you. As everybody probably knows, I'm coming to Portugal. You and I are going to be doing a live event together on October 12th. So Thursday, October 12th in Porto. So I moved my event to Porto because of your amazingness. So
Thank you.
Originally, I was doing the events in Lisbon, but for those people who are wondering, why did I move from Lisbon to Porto, is because of Dr. Anna and her strong influence.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to speaking with you at that event on Thursday, October 12th. And as I understand, we're not charging for that event. People can go to our link, the link in your bio or the link in my bio.
Amir was very, very, very kind, because my lectures, public lectures, I don't charge for them when they are, let us say, in a structure that people, I give my work and people bring food or clothes or toys or books. and then I deliver them to some institutions, normally
Yes.
child ones. So on Thursday, as it, it's on a structure similar to those I do. It will be in Porto in something called ANGE. It's the Associação Nacional de Jovens Empresários. It's a beautiful building where you see the river, and it has a amazing auditorium with about it will take about 120 to 150 people.
Yeah.
So my folks and your folks won't be how do you say, unhappy, because we will see the sunset in
Yes.
in Thursday, 12th of October,
Yeah.
and we will talk a little. Well, I will. I am so proud to introduce you to this Oporto that you
Yeah.
will. I think you will like my city. Lisbon is a beautiful city also. It's the capital
Yeah.
of Portugal. Oporto is a beautiful city. We have the river and we have the sea.
Yeah.
So, because on Thursday we will introduce you to Saturday. I want to talk
Yes.
about a little bit of 14th of October.
So let me expand. First of all, I would love to bring some of my kids' toys that they don't use anymore, and
Thank you.
some of their clothes. So I would definitely be bringing some of
Thank
that
you.
to donate myself. So thanks for doing that and making the opportunity happen. But also, yes, I mean, one of the main reasons I'm coming there, I've also have a retreat that I'm running the following weekend, which is already sold out, which is awesome. But I have my event on the Saturday, which is the 14th of October, called Limitless. I've been doing this tour. I've done the event in Sydney, over America. And when we decided which city to go in Europe, you know, Portugal, or which country, I should say, Portugal was the country to go to. And as I mentioned before, originally it was in Lisbon, but then I met you, Dr. Anna, and we moved to Porto. But you know what else? You have such strong influence, because normally I sell these tickets for 297 euros, and we're going to make it available for everybody who is your followers and my followers to get the tickets for only 47 euros. So that is for a very limited time. But if anyone, especially after this call, after this live, they should go to the link in your bio or go to the link in my bio, and they will be able to register both for the Thursday event and also the Saturday, October 14th. You can get tickets for $47. Normally, $297. So I can only hold 47 for a short period of time, Anna. I'm going to do that. And I just hope that people can take advantage of it.
Yes, I do hope so, because I think that you have a good message. I believe that some of us come with a little bit of a space here, or the connection, and we have these good messages to give to the world. So I would like today is a challenge for you, Amir. It's Father's Day. So it's Father's Day. So perfect.
Yeah.
Let us say in four steps, or four phrases, or whatever you want. The main goal of the message you want us to take from you. You come from Australia to Oporto, to Portugal, and to make this wonderful retreat. Next year I won't fail, because this year I couldn't. The event was sold out.
Yes.
You are going to do it in Portugal. I know that. So it's so
I will be definitely back to Portugal. That's for sure.
So for people to know you a little better, for those who don't know you, and they want to take advantage of your wonderful kindness, because it's really amazing that you have put the price so that people here can pay. That's my judgment. So I would like you to, in four sentences, whatever you want, the main goal of what you are going to transmit to us.
Well, look, for me, I think sometimes when we look at life, it doesn't need to be as difficult as we make it. And I think a lot of the times life is difficult because we're trying to be someone we're not. We're trying to achieve something that we don't actually really want. You know, and it's, when I say it's someone we're not, we try to become the person that we think we need to be accepted by, you know, maybe individuals or by society. We try to achieve things in our lives that sometimes it's not even what we really want. We just think to ourselves, if I can get that, I will be happy. And of course, that's always not true, because, you know, if you've lived life long enough, you would understand that happiness does not come from things. Even when you do things that make you happy, it's not even what you do. It's the person that you become when you're doing that. You know, so for me, my intention is to share with people and get them to reconnect to a part of themselves that is already familiar with this, and it's familiar because it's actually who they truly are. So when we connect to our authentic self, and of course my authentic self is different to your authentic self, Dr. Anna. We have there is, if you look at society, it's like a big orchestra. You know, every instrument makes a different sound in an orchestra. You have a violin, it makes a different sound. Someone is playing the piano, it makes a different sound. Someone playing, you know, the flute, it makes a different sound. And unfortunately, what some people do is, if someone is playing the violin, they're listening to someone playing the flute, and they think to themselves, I should sound like that. They don't understand that what you should sound like is what the music you're playing. And the most important thing is that when you focus on the music that you play, the instruments, and the instrument for you it's what you love. You know, it's what you came here. It's the person that you came here to be. That's our instrument. When you stop focusing on what everyone else is doing and how good or terrible everyone else's instrument is, and you focus on your instrument, what happens is that your music becomes louder than the noises in here. Your music becomes louder than the noises from the outside. And that is when you have the opportunity to become your authentic self, or I like to call it your greatest version of yourself. And you know what's interesting? The more I've done that in my life, the less I feel to judge someone else's instrument. Is that they're not playing the right instrument, you know, because I start to realize that we are all actually part of one grand orchestra, and we are all playing one music. But every instrument is not meant to sound the same. Every instrument is meant to sound different, but we are playing one music. And that, you know, the judgments fall away. You know, you get clarity in your mind. You know, over here it gets quiet.
That's very interesting, because in one of my lectures many years ago, when I started doing lectures, I said that we cannot evaluate the ability of a fish to climb a tree, and we all want to climb trees, so it's more or less the same. And one thing that I think amazing in your speech is when you really know or come in touch with the instrument you like to play, so that that is being the greatest version of yourself. It's like you have played it all the time.
Oh, right? I love that you said that. But that's what I mean when I say it's so familiar, because, you know, what I talk about is self-realization. It's not self-development. Self-development is you're learning a new skill, a tool, a new ability, maybe even a new attitude. You're learning this. Self-realization is you are realizing for yourself something that you cannot learn, something that's been there all along. And the senses that you feel is that, this feels familiar. It's like I'm remembering and rediscovering this part of myself. And that's the biggest thing about my talks and about the event Limitless on October 14th, is that I'm sharing with people not another tool, not another self-development idea or principle, which of course there's nothing wrong with that. That is important. But we also have to self-realize for ourselves, we must remember our own instruments. We must remember our own music. And I love that you said that, because when you start to connect with your music again or with your instrument, it just feels familiar. It's almost like you're having deja vu, you know, you're like, I've been here before, you know, you have a moment that it's just pure timelessness. And you just drop into this feeling, and he goes, this feels familiar, which is exactly the same feeling that I got when I first started to share this stuff with people. You know, it's like I never did any training on becoming a speaker. I never did any training on becoming a coach. I failed in high school in English. I couldn't even write a book. You know, but when I get up on stage, this just feels familiar to me. And the very first time I did it, I felt like I was home, you know, home within my music, my instrument. And I just felt so inspired to be able to do that for other people.
But Amir, I have to say something also, because I believe that you are in your team, let us say like this. So you found the great version of yourself, and then you enlighten, because we are actual lamps, that's already proven, and then you connect this with this and with some higher, whatever you want to call it, and then you speak so good, and the words that you say come exactly in the places people need to hear it. It's not in the here, it's somewhere around us where there is a feel that we are all connected.
Absolutely. I'm always talking to people's soul. You know, like when I'm doing my talks, I even say to them, don't listen up here, because I'm not talking from up here. And if you listen up here, from up here, all that happens is more noise in your head. And I get people to actually, I teach them, and before I even start my talk, Anna, I teach them, and I say, don't listen to me. Instead, listen to the space where these words are forming from. Because where these words are forming from, you and I are one in that space. And you will feel what I'm saying to be true, not because I said so, but because you feel so. You know, so that is how I start my Limitless event. It's like I'm teaching people to, you know, don't like how to listen, how to receive what is about to be shared. And so I love that you said that. And
interesting, because this is what we know, that today is the electromagnetic field that we are all in. So we live in this I don't know in English what we call, I think it's M field in English, but it's like a net, and we are all in this net. And you, for a reason that we could explore someday, very early, for what I've learned of you and read, and you told me, you felt that your mission, let us, I don't know if it's mission or if your true self would have to speak and have to help other people.
Yeah.
That's because you connect yourself like a radio with this one field, and you start saying things from your heart and not from your head, because you did not study those things.
Oh no, I know that is so true. Like I you know, people find this hard to believe, but most, if not all, of what I share, I have not read in a book. I have not studied it. I have not gone to a course, and you know, and you're right about the field. The field is exactly where all this comes from. The field is where we truly also manifest from. You know, so you know, Rumi calls it, you know, the drop and the ocean. You know, he says you are not the drop in the ocean, you are the entire ocean in that drop. But you can only be the entire ocean in the drop when you're dropping in to the field. And this is exactly what my Limitless program is about. I am teaching and sharing with people how to find their way back to the field, because I don't believe we came here to be a limited being. I believe we came here to be an infinite being in a finite world. Finite world meaning the world is duality. It's a physical reality.
Correct.
You know, we have something called gravity, which means we cannot fly.
Correct.
But we manifest an aeroplane, which is something I do as a pilot. I take people up for flight. But you see, the limitation is gravity, but we are not defined by that limitation. So I believe that we came here to be an infinite being in the finite world.
Because we are not this body. This is an experience that we are having in a three-dimensional world, but we are more than that. And when it remind me another joke. I like jokes very much to give examples, because you know, one day one fish talked to another, and he told him, oh my god, and he said, are you not going to believe what they told me? They told me that we are in the ocean, but I did not see this ocean. Do you want to come with me and see the ocean? And so the two fishes were trying to find the ocean. It's
absolutely.
It's exactly what happens with us humans. We are in a wonderful planet, a blue planet with some shining star that keeps us with this wonderful light and with warm, and we have stars at night, but still we are not happy.
Yeah, you know, and that's because we think we are the fish, you know. We think that we are this body, but you're not. You're here. You know, they say that we are not a physical body. We are the soul. We are a spiritual being having a human experience, not a human being having a spiritual experience. It is the opposite. And just like the fish, it doesn't know it's swimming in an ocean. When we are fixated on the physical and thinking that who we are is what we measure through our 5 human senses. And of course, we also have a 6th sense, which is where we begin to connect to the field, right? When we get to connect to who we truly are. When you start to connect to who you truly are, you start to realize, oh, wow, I'm swimming in a sea of infinite possibilities. I am swimming in a reality that is just energy. It's just like the fish doesn't know it's swimming in an ocean. People don't know that we are swimming in infinite possibilities.
Correct.
You know what I mean? In the limitless event, I talk about the iceberg, and you know, the iceberg. If you think about an iceberg, what's the iceberg made out of? It's made out of the ocean. That it's not only is it made out of the ocean, it's floating in the ocean. It's just the iceberg is it's taken shape and become form. It's become physical, where the ocean is liquid. Well, same here. Over here, we're experiencing ourselves through this physical reality, but you are sitting in a sea of energy, of infinite possibilities. And it's, you know, it's not something that you see with these eyes, but our vision is not limited by these eyes. If you close your eyes now and I say, think of a purple elephant, everybody right now can see a purple elephant. When you're having a dream, when you're having a dream at nighttime, you're not using these eyes, but you still see. When you're having a dream at night, you're not listening with these ears, but you still hear. And you're not feeling with these hands, but you still feel. You see, that's connected to our 6th sense. Sometimes we disregard that.
I could keep on explaining the things that you said with the science, because it's all proven now. It's very interesting. Every time you talk, my brain is although I have, as I was so scientific woman.
Yeah.
All my, it's my, how do you say, my CV, let us say like this, is different from yours, because all the effort that I've made was coming from the science to this field situation. So I have, because as I started working with this, now I have learned to be in the heart and everything. So that's why I was so in love for the things that you the, that you say and that you make people to feel, because that's very important. When people will be in the lecture on the 12th of October and the lecture of 14th of October all day long, so we will have a lot of time to listen to you and to experience the things that you are going to say, because I will be in first row. Or second, it's okay.
No, we will have you in the first.
But the thing that I like the most is that you say these things from a place that it's the truth. For me, we call it the truth. The truth is when you connect yourself with this field. People sometimes don't know what it is, but if they think at the ocean is exactly the same and exactly the same thing that the fish thinks, because the fish doesn't feel that he is in the ocean, and he has been in the ocean his entire life. So we have been in this incredible net of infinite possibilities, and we don't remember this. So you are sorry.
Your dog is getting so excited about this conversation.
My dog, I think I have to take him to the lecture because he loves you, Amir.
He's excited.
Every time that we talk. It never comes to when I'm giving a lecture. It never comes. He only comes in your lectures. I don't know why.
Is it a German Shepherd?
I do know. Yes, I do know, because you are talking to his heart, his doggy heart.
And that's the difference between human beings and animals. Animals use instinct. They're always using feeling, but they don't have intellect or like we, which means they can't remember who they are, but they're always feeling. They're feeling beings. Where humans, we can do both. So
it's set here to listen to you. Aww. So one thing that you have spoken, and I just love what you said. It's the first thing. I think we have a couple of minutes more so that you can tell us 2 or 3 things that you find very important, and then you will have time to talk on October 14. It's a Saturday in Oporto, the city that won Amir. So don't let me down, Portuguese people. Come to Porto.
Yes. And for those who have just joined us, Anna has convinced me to do a special offer to the people in Porto. So for those who are watching this live or you're watching the recording, make sure you go to the link in our bio. The event is called Limitless. It's on October 14th. The tickets normally sell for 297 euros, but we're offering it for 47 euros for a very, very short time. So make sure when you're off this call, you get on that because I can't guarantee it will stay at $47. But also, I'm excited to be talking with you on the 12th of October because, like you said, you know, you understand, you know the science of everything I'm sharing. You know, that's something I've never really got into. I just know how to connect to the field and share. So we're going to be bouncing off each other live in person. So both those events are on the link in our bio. So look, furthermore of what we're talking about, you know, through our human development, you know, there has been suffering that we've all had. And, you know, it doesn't matter which country you were born in, you know, which family you were born in. I mean, just the idea of being born is a, you know, the moment you realize that you are in separation, it causes some kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not dropping in. But what I'm trying to say here is that there is things in our lives that have caused us discomfort and have caused us, you know, not harm, but the word's not coming to me at the moment. But what I'm trying to say is that the other things that I will share in the Limitless event is how to quiet and hear, because over here the reason why it's noisy is because we're holding on to things that have happened in the past. you know. And for me, our greatest power to heal ourselves is love, right? And for me, when we are resisting our emotions, when we are resisting how we feel, what we're doing is actually adding fuel to that fire. For us to remember who we are, we must let go of all the things that we have, you know, our garbage, our, you know, what's the
because
word? The
we
word.
are taught when we are children to
Yes.
compare ourselves with others.
Yes. Yeah.
And then we lose who we really are. And then we lose something else. For me, it's we haven't talked today, but it's something very important. It's what we call joy. And joy in English, it's much better than the word in Portuguese, because the word in Portuguese is not so powerful as this word. Because I don't know if you agree, but when you really reconnect with yourself, like you are going to teach us, more than teach us, you are going to make us experience on October 14, more than that. And that feeling of love. And when you are really there, what you feel is joy. Joy is an expression of this true love that we have right here, because we have so many possible things to experience in life. And when you live life like this, it's always magic. So you feel joy. That's mine.
Absolutely, and I just think that is your greatest power. That joy, that love that we're talking about. It's not only your greatest power to heal yourself, but it's also the power, the essence of what you use to manifest, you know, what you love. Because at the end of the day, everyone, you know, we didn't come here to be in suffering. We didn't come here to be small. We didn't come here to fit in. We came here to stand out. We came here to have the life that we love. You know, this is, you know, you're an infinite being in a finite world. It's you deserve, you know, it's just one of my favorite quotes also by Rumi is, he says that our task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers we have built against it within ourselves. So it's, to me, it's
amazing.
It's just, that's what we're here to do. It's just to remove those barriers. And, you know, as a coach, that's what I help people do, is not only remember who you are again, remember your authentic self, but also how to remove the barriers that keep you separate from your authentic self, that keep you forgetting about your authentic self.
It's amazing. It's amazing, because that could have a quantum physics explanation. You are with a student of a PhD degree in quantum physics. I don't know if you know that.
Well, I wouldn't know that. Only you would know that, because, you know, I honestly am just speaking. You know, what I do when I speak is I connect to the unknown. The field is the unknown, where everything is there. And I just tap into that and share. And it's the same way I manifest anything in my life.
And
you know,
it's very interesting, because these kind of conferences were impossible, like, I don't know, 5 years ago, because all of my lectures, I would prepare them like if I would deliver a thesis, you know. I was a so good student and so good. I mean, I felt that I know what I was going to say, but I would have to prepare it like some kind of respect for those who were listening to me. And then I start studying that we have to rebuild. You just can't talk. And it happens to me like it happened to you. But I keep on studying, but I allow myself to talk with no guidance. And it was very funny when we start talking, and I say, okay, Amir, what do you want to talk? I don't know, let's flow.
Let's just see what, that's it. Like, just let's show up in the moments. And And but see, that's the unknown there, because
Yeah.
you don't know what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And when people finish my training, they start to they start to connect to the knowing in the unknown, or their certainty in the uncertain, because it's unknown, it's uncertain. But most people feel uncomfortable about the uncertain or the unknown.
Yes.
But that's where the magic happens. You see, you don't plan for love. You're not going to go on a date and go, well, I'm going to make this person fall in love with me, right? You go, well, let's go with the flow, right?
Go with the flow.
Let's see what happens. That's exactly how life happens. But then we think, oh, we need to be prepared. Yes, you need to be prepared. When I fly my aircraft, I'm flying a machine. I need to be prepared.
Of course.
But we're talking about matters of love. Being prepared is showing up, being vulnerable, being authentic. That is your preparation.
Of course.
I mean, we don't know what we're going to talk about on the 12th of October. we want to show up and just
amazing.
Bounce.
It's going to
absolutely,
be amazing.
Absolutely, it will. I don't have a doubt about that at all. It will be amazing.
Okay, Amir, thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank
wonderful.
You. I would like to say in Portuguese now that a little bit of a resume, especially the prices para aqueles que nos estão a ouvir pela primeira vez. O Amir Zoghi é um coach. Vai falar em Portugal no dia 12 de outubro, que é uma quinta-feira, às 9 horas da noite, no edifício Ange, no Porto. E, exatamente, este vai ser um evento gratuito, na quinta-feira à noite, e vai fazer uma palestra de um dia inteiro, no dia 14 de outubro, na Ange, também no Porto, num evento ao que ele chama Limitless. Portanto, se querem ser o que ele diz, a greatest version of yourself, que deve ser traduzida à letra, algo como a melhor versão de nós mesmos, ou a mais impossível versão de nós mesmos, no dia 14 de outubro, e um evento que custa à volta de $300. O Amir colocou por um preço, por um tempo limitado, em 47 euros, o evento de sábado, dia 14 de outubro. I was just giving
I can feel you. It's okay. I don't understand Portuguese, but you can feel what you're saying.
Of course.
You just, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. When people come to my talk, it's important. Okay, yes, listen, but instead of being so fixated on listening, feel it. Like, I don't understand Portuguese, but I can feel you. So you don't need to explain.
You could feel my excitement in the 12th of October.
Yeah, your enthusiasm, your passion, your love. Like, it's you can feel it. So thank you. I appreciate it.
No, it's me who have to thank you. It's me and all the people that are going to listen to you, because I can anticipate this wonderful field that you are bringing with you, and all these wonderful things you have to let us gain acquaintance again. So thank you for that, Amir. Your day is almost finishing, your Father's Day in Australia, so it will be a magnificent event on the 14th of October for a limited offer. Amir was so kind to let us put the price of 47 euros. So people, let's join in before we don't have places anymore.
Okay, thank you. I'm so looking forward to being in Portugal. I was there for the first time in March. I'm really looking forward to
Portugal
being
is
there.
so exciting to receive you.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me on.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.